Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo Switch. In today's video, we are going to be going to Goron City and getting a new song as well as the Goron bracelet. And I want to try and get some of the heart pieces that I missed. Well, not missed, just kind of neglected in the previous video. There's only one though that I really could have gotten last video, but it wasn't very good to go after it at the time, so we're gonna get it today. And hopefully I can get up to 5 heart containers today, which would be nice. Not that Tatanko's Cavern is gonna be very difficult, it's just more so for, I guess, completion's sake. Like, I don't know how far I really want to take this in terms of getting everything. If people enjoy watching me go around and collecting all the stuff in the game, then I'll do it, but if not, I might just make this, like, not necessarily a minimalist playthrough, but not really going out of my way to get extra stuff, so today's video will just kind of be like an exception. And you always gotta take it slow, or at least I do when playing with the Switch controller, because I don't know, the Joy-Cons just don't really feel like they, I don't know, always move in the right direction when you're trying to play with the Ocarina, so I think so far it's fine, but in some of my previous playthroughs on the Switch, it's been a little iffy. So, here's our friend Darunia, and he's angry because Tatanko's Cavern is blocked off, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Well, I guess we don't have to do something, but we are going to do something about it just because we're nice. And we want to complete the game. So, to start things off, we're gonna light these little torches, and that makes Link spin in circles. I don't know why it does that. I guess maybe there's something inside of the little face thing that his eyes are supposed to lock onto or something. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, he's just like spinning around there, and I think that's really the only time that he does full 360 spins. Although I know that in some of the dungeons, I can't remember if it's the 3DS version or this version, that when the door opens up, like the little bars on a door open up, they'll do a little slide around and look at the door. It's always funny to see. And I believe we're going to have a little interaction with the owl, Gabora, or whatever his name is. And unlike in the 3DS version, there's some of his text that you can't skip past right away, so you have to suffer through it. Which is one of the things I'm very grateful for in the 3DS version, that you can just quickly mash through all this. Because sometimes, if you're not careful, you accidentally press that you want to repeat himself, and then that just makes it go on forever, like an endless cycle. It's like he's in Majora's Mask, but stuck with the owl, which would be horrible. So, we're gonna just try and mash through that whenever we can. So, Lost Woods. Just want to go up to this direction. Oh, there's the bugs. So, I guess maybe whenever I see the soft soil, I'll go for the Skulltulas there. Because ordinarily, I don't really get the Skulltulas from the soft soil, but you know, maybe for a little extra goodies, we'll try it. And I'm gonna try and get this guy in one hit, like that, which is a neat little trick that I saw from watching. Oh man, I can't think of his name. It's Ocarina of Time. He's a Zelda speedrunner, but I can't remember his name. But he's really good at Zelda games and speedrunning. Just really impressive. That's how I learned Ocarina of Time 3D doing a speedrun, just by watching him. Which is so far like the only game I've ever speedrun before. Although I did speedrunning some Call of Duty Easter eggs at one point, mostly in Cold War, but those days are kind of over. But I do plan on getting back into 3D speedruns again. And maybe something with Twilight Princess or Link Between Worlds. I haven't really decided yet, but we'll see. And sometimes you can get these guys in the cutscene. Sorry up there, but it does require a little bit of finagling, which I don't really feel like doing. And I like that she has a ocarina that looks exactly the same as the one she gave us, so who knows, maybe she made these herself. And if so, like, what are they made of? Are they made of clay? Are they made of wood? Because if they're made of wood, I can't imagine that's very comfortable to play on, unless they're sanding them somehow. But I think clay might be more likely. But who's to say? So, let's see if we can do this without failing. And I like that her mouth isn't even open, it's just sort of pressed against her face or clipping through it. See, it's less noticeable with Link because he covers up part of his face a bit better. And like she says there, you can play the song if you ever need to talk to Saria. She'll kind of give you insight on what to do. Although if you say you don't want to talk to Saria, it'll let you talk to Navi, and I feel Navi's always had the better advice. Although sometimes Navi just says, just try to keep moving, which isn't very helpful, but she's trying her best, you know. She's trying her best. I don't know how that slash hit there, but okay, now Saria doesn't have to suffer. I always wonder, how the heck did she get back here? Like, all these monsters in the way, did she somehow just, like, climb to the top of one of the walls and then just keep jumping over or something? I don't really understand, but maybe there's some secret passageway that only she knows about. I feel like that would make more sense. But who knows? Who really knows? So now there's 2 pieces of heart that we can get in the Lost Woods. But first, we might go for the soft soil outside the woods. We can query forest just to get them. And oh my gosh, I don't like this guy. Frickin' evil owl. Oh no. There's been some times when I was younger when I would get stuck in the endless loops and I'd accidentally keep mashing through the buttons and they would just keep going on and on and on and on. And I'd be like, shut up. And he never did. But at least it didn't happen there. So I think it was only around 2011 or so, 2011, 2013, that I actually discovered this. I can't remember how. I want to say it was from the Zelda dungeon. Maybe it was from the strategy guide that I got for Ocarina of Time, but somehow I figured out that you do this to get the Skulltulas. And I was mind blown. Like, I didn't know that was a thing, so I'm curious how you figure out how to do that. My theory is that there's probably a gossip stone that tells you somewhere, and you use the Mask of Truth to figure it out, but I don't know where that one would be, or how you figure it out, if there is no gossip stone that tells you. So I think there must be somewhere, but I don't know which one it would be. this guy. All that we have to do is play Saria's song. I don't think you can do it twice. Although he might give you rupees if you do it again. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. So, one of the things I'm really curious about with this game is how did they get it like so smooth looking and everything? Like normally when I would play the N64 on like a tube TV or even a flat screen, it would always look so garbage. So how did they get it like for this version specifically that it looks like probably the best quality you could get from an N64 game, whereas even the emulator, the Wii emulator, Virtual Console, it didn't look this good on. I don't know what they do, but it looks really good. I don't know how it works. Oh, another thing that I could have gotten last video was getting the bullet bag, but this one, I don't know, I feel it's less necessary because you really don't use your slingshot too often for dealing with anything, except in like maybe parts of Jabba Jabba and some of the Spirit Temple, but I don't know, I just part of me thinks that sometimes item capacity upgrades are kind of useless because you really don't even go through the 30 that often unless you're newer to the game and the enemies just give you the seeds so often, so I don't know, I really don't know. Excuse me, I don't know what the reason is, but they're generous, so I'll take it. So for this little minigame here, all you gotta do is play the exact same notes that they do. And if you're like me and you have kind of terrible memory, I just write the stuff down if they play while they're playing it, and it's kind of the way to do it. I know when I was younger I would struggle a lot with this. I would write it down then too. I think that was the only way I was able to accomplish it, just by writing everything down. So I believe for every round they add one more note. So there's 3 rounds total. First round we get a green rupee, second round we get a blue rupee, and third round you get the piece of heart. So it's just the same thing over and over. In terms of playing the ocarina, nothing else. Notes are going to be different. And I think it's just randomly generated, unless there's just some presets that the developers made. Because I don't think you could get the same note over and over. I mean, maybe you could. Like, just up, 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 up. I don't know if that's actually possible. But maybe. So, it's a nice little minigame. Just, I guess, I don't know, maybe to give the Skull Kids a little bit of personality. But, I don't know, they're not really explored too much in this game, aside from playing Saria's song for the Skull Kid. Playing with these guys, and then I think you give the Skull Kid the skull mask. Yeah, you give him, I think it's the skull mask, it's one of the masks. But aside from that, there's not really too much build up upon them. But I think the one from Majora's Mask is supposed to be the one that you play Saria's song for, not these two. So perhaps there was a Kokiri at one point. That's who Skull Kid is. I don't know. this is the last round. Oh no, one more. Okay. But then we'll get our piece of heart, and there's a little trick we can do to get one more piece of heart. Which I imagine the majority of players probably did by themselves. I know, when I was a little kid, I did it by myself. So I think, pretty sure 5, or no, you may, I think you might be able to get 6 heart containers before Tatango's Cavern, but I'm not sure. I know you get one from, so you can get a heart piece from the magnifying glass, or the treasure minigame place in Castle Town. You can get one from the Bomb Shoot Gallery. And then you can get one from the Lost Dog. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you can only get 5 heart containers before Tatango's Cavern. Unless there's a piece of heart that I'm missing. I can't remember though. I don't think so, because I don't think you get the Skulltula heart piece until like 30 Skulltulas, and I think we need a boomerang for a majority of the nighttime ones, but maybe it's possible, because one of the only ones that I can think of otherwise is the one where the cow is in Kakariko Village. So I think 5 is technically the maximum you could have before Tatango's Cavern. Without glitches, that is. I don't know, I'd have to think more. It's just a random little thought that popped up in my noggin. So now, big old Darunia's gonna have a dance off with himself, and he's gonna win too. Little jam session. Yep, I'm taking it, Darunia, I'm taking it. He's really just jamming there. So I wonder if Saria's song is just supposed to have some sort of dancing effect, or if Darunia just really likes the song. Perhaps a little bit of both. You know what? Actually, yeah, you could have 6 heart containers before Tatango's Cavern, because I forget they can get to Lake Hylia. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, you just go up to Gerudo Valley, and I'm pretty sure there's 2 heart pieces you can get there too. So maybe you could have 7 heart containers before reaching Tatango's Cavern, but either way, we're not gonna go out of our way to get those pieces just yet, because I do want to do Tatango's Cavern next video. So we're gonna do that in the next video, but there's one more thing we gotta do for this video before I end it off, and that is to get the last heart piece. So we'll have 5 heart containers total, which hopefully I won't need them all, but you never know. I do gotta make sure that I I get the Tempe heart piece. I don't think that glitch of getting the heart piece twice in this game. Maybe it is, I don't know. I only know it's in the 3D version, but maybe it's in this version as well. So, just gotta be careful there if it is in this version. But otherwise, normally to get this heart piece, you just do a backflip off. And yeah, easy peasy. So this will put us at 5 heart containers, which is very nice to have. All 5. And then I think there's a Skulltula in this soft soil. I don't know if there's always a Skulltula in every soft soil, but I think there is. So we'll slash this guy quick. And I didn't know you could rebottle them up. I always see one left and assume that I can pick it up, and lo and behold, you can. So, we're at 15. Alright. Let's see what this guy has to say, and then we'll end the video. Whoops. Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.